Okay, so we're at the next part. We need to get the Nessus Expert Trial license. What this will do will give us, I think, about 7 days to use this product to evaluate. And you cannot use a Gmail or Outlook to get this because Tenable are going to want to sell this to you. So they want an official work email. So what I did, I went to my Amazon account. I just created a user account using the Amazon Workmail. I registered the domain using Route 53. And you can do this yourself, or if you have your own GoDaddy or email that you can use. I don't recommend you using your work email so you don't get in trouble, just in case. I just went to Route 53 just to create it and paid like $15. So this might cost a little bit. Okay, let's see if this works. So that's my email from the work mail I created in AWS. And I'm gonna have to make a Google Voice before the sales folks try to call me. Let me go to my Google Voice. Let me go make a Google Voice and I'll be right back. I just made a Google Voice number so the sales folks don't call me. I just want the license. I'm gonna type this in here. And I'm the founder. And I'll just put there's no company, but I'm just gonna put Steven.com. All right, start trial. Okay, now that we got the Nessus, I'm gonna go ahead and download this. We're gonna get this for the Nessus. I think we're gonna be on Red Hat 9. Let's use this one, Linux rel 9 x86_64. I'm gonna download this one. Agree. And then what we're gonna do is wait for the email. Okay, I think I found it. So once you sign in the Tenable Connect, I assume it's in right here. Let's see if this works. Account management. Okay, there it goes. I've signed in, and I need to pull the trials. Okay, that was it. So as you guys go through this and you sign in, you won't get the license key until you actually sign in. Because last time I was waiting for a week to get the email. I don't think they send it no more, so you have to actually sign in. So here's the license. Now we're gonna go back to our Azure console to deploy the virtual machines. So I'm gonna install 2 of them so I can get ahead. We're gonna install Red Hat 9 for Nessus, and we're gonna do it for Splunk. Hey folks, so one of the things I forgot to mention about this lab, I left it on for about, I think, 7 days since my last video. The Azure Bastion is actually pretty expensive, so if you don't have a budget for this, I recommend waiting until the end and then deploying this all at once and just going through the motions, because I think right now the forecast is going to be around $128, $130. And it's been offline since I posted the part 2 of the video. So that's just something to consider to monitor your budget for this, because you're going to have to fork up the cost. And then the Nessus license part, you're going to have to do yourself too. So what I'm going to do next is let's deploy the virtual machines. So I'm going to go back in my resource group, my Game of Thrones resource group. I shut these down the other day to save on costs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go create. We need a Red Hat 9. I think this one's good, right? Let's look at this. Oh, I didn't even know Red Hat 10 was out already. Okay. Before we do that, we need to see what Nessus supports. Nessus download. Oh, so we're on. I'll just make sure I got the right one. So, okay. Probably Red Hat 9. Just because I like Red Hat. You could do Amazon Likes too if you want. So I'm going to get the latest minor version. Alright, yeah, that's good. Just great. And I need to come up with a name. We're going to name it Raven. Okay, we're going to leave this. We're going to leave that. You know what? I think we could do this early. 22. No, I'll create the NAT later. One of the things about Nessus, it does need to get the plugin updates. I'm not trying to do the offline install because that's going to take forever. I'm just going to spit them up, let it pull from the internet, and probably going to turn it off and delete the NAT. I'm going to click next. Make sure to change my screen here. Yeah, platform manage key, customer. Nope, we're going to leave this. Networking. Yep, got VNet. I'm going to deploy in the private subnet. I'm going to give this, okay, this is the part I was talking about. I'm going to give this a public IP. This is just so I can avoid updating and doing an offline activation. So I'm going to leave this. Nick, basic, leave it. Yep, we're going to press that button. Management. Yep, press next. Then advanced. Yeah, I'm not going to bootstrap anything. I'm just going to show you guys later. We're just going to do it live. I'm going to save my downloads. Okay, once this thing gets fully deployed, we're going to install Nessus on this. And then we're going to get in there to activate it. Because I put a public IP on this, it should just work. So we'll give it a few seconds. We'll come back when the virtual machine is ready. Then we're going to do the Nessus install. Okay, welcome back. The VM looks like it's ready. Let's go in here to get inside it. Okay, I'm going to connect via my Bastion. Okay, I'm trying to remember. I think that was a username. That's the default account. And we're gonna press connect. Okay. So the next thing we have to worry about is, because this is on Red Hat, there's many different ways on how you can get files in here. Because now that I have the download, we got to figure out how to get the actual Nessus file in here. So there's many ways you can do it. We could use the CLI. We could slap in the blob. That was my original idea. Or you could slap into some file, share it, and move it around. So let's figure out how we do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin back up the virtual machine, the member server. So I'm gonna spin these up. Let's start it up. You know what? I'll start everything up. And what I'm gonna do is probably I could download like WinSCP, get it in here, and then move it. But that's always a trick. You have to figure out how you're gonna move files around. How do you get it in here? Once we get it in here, it's gonna be easy install. And once this thing is up, I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna install the CLI just in case. Install AZ CLI Linux. So that's the command to install the CLI. I just pulled it from the Microsoft website right here. Okay, now that the AZ is installed, right, is installed, check credentials. We need to check if it's there, AZ. Why isn't that working? Okay, we're back into VM. So what I'm gonna do now is install the Azure CLI. Earlier I did this, and I realized you actually need Python to get the dependencies. Otherwise, when you run the AZ commands, it's not going to come up. So now let's see if this is working. AZ. Let's just check it really quick. What's the command? AZ version. Okay, there. I've installed it. So if you guys run into any issues installing the CLI here, just make sure you install these dependencies. I didn't realize that was like a thing. I haven't really done this before, so let's just create a blob or something. I'm gonna slap the blob in my resource group here. What did I name it last time? I think I called it Dragon Gold Storage. Okay, let's name it that. We'll create a private endpoint. So basically, the trick is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna you slap the Nessus file into the blob, and then I'm going to create a private endpoint so I can interface within my virtual machine. That'll allow me to grab that file. So let's do that. Create a blob mode. Dragon gold storage. Yep, put the blob. Oops. We're going to create a private endpoint. Endpoint. I am going to stop in here. So what we're going to do is, again, what I'm doing is here, I'm just going to create this so I can drop the files. So let's press OK. Press next. Yep, next. Yep, we're gonna leave all this stuff. Tagging. Let's just create. So now that once this thing is created, I'm gonna drop the files in there. Is it storage? And we're gonna upload the file. So let me go. So that's the Nessus RPM. Upload. Now that's the Nessus install. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna need to go back in here. I'm gonna interface with the CLI to basically download that from the storage. Okay guys, so now we're in the Red Hat virtual machine where we want to install Nessus. I'm gonna go download the file and pull it from the blob where I just uploaded it. So I don't always remember these arguments. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is log into your account first if not already. So usually it's like AZ login. And then you're gonna go here to the site here. I'm gonna open a different browser. I'm not gonna show you this on my screen, but go ahead and do this and follow whatever you gotta do here and insert this, whatever code you got. So I'm gonna insert my code here on my other screen so you guys don't see it. And then just click your user account, whatever you're signed into, and just press continue where it says, are you trying to sign in to the Microsoft Azure CLI? So I'm gonna press continue. And now once that works, it should give you the subscription AZ account list. And then you see when I just listed it, you can see that I was already signed in. So, and then you want to run the AZ storage blob download commands. So I'm gonna paste it here, or you could kind of follow off me. So I'm gonna paste it. Oops. It's gonna be this command here. Make sure I clear this real quick. So it's going to be AZ. Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. So AZ stores blob download, and then you're going to select the account name of your blob storage, and then whatever you name your container. Mine was storage, and then I have the Nessus name right here. This is the Nessus download, and here's the file. So we're going to press this, enter, and then boom. Let's do an ls. Now you see the files here. So now we got to move into the install. So let's do that. Damn. So let's go back to what we were doing. So now I got the file in here. We're going to install Nessus and update it. So now we're going to do sudo rpm. This is to install it. While that's running, I'm going to see if I can hit this. Okay. I don't even know what my IP is here. We can just check. So my IP is 70. 10.0170. Let's see if we can ping it. Okay, we can talk to it, and can we connect to 8834? Alright, just open up browser. And if this doesn't work, we're gonna have to poke a hole. So do HTTPS 10.0.1.70, and this could be with the colon right there, 8834. And another way to check, I think in PowerShell, it looks like it's not going to work. So now we need to test the connection. What I usually do is I open a PowerShell. So what I do is test network connection. So we're trying to connect to this IP address, my Nessus servers. So I called it Raven. And then you put a hyphen port 18834. If this returns false, that means we have to open it. I just want to see you got I want you guys to see this, because as we start onboarding the credential scans later and we can't connect to the endpoints, this is like a good troubleshooting command in PowerShell that you can do. I already know what the problem is, but this is so you guys can get used to troubleshooting too. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want anyone just to terraform this and for me to create the easy push button, because I want you guys to experience like the ins and outs. You see right here it says false. So right now I cannot connect to from this member server to the Nessus host. So what I'm going to need to do is probably check the NSG groups. So I got to go back to the VNet. And let's edit this in our NSG. We're going to allow inbound role. Let's just create an inbound role. Add. Let's put any source, whatever. It could be 8834. Any allow party. Allow Nessus GUI interface. And now that I added this rule 8834, so what I'm going to do, let's try it again. You see, we can ping it, but we need to be able to connect via 8834. I forgot to mention sometimes the firewall is blocking it. So let's see it. Okay, we still can't connect. So let's do a curl. Okay, it is working. So sudo firewall. I'm gonna do a sudo netstat grep 834. Okay, it is opened. Why the hell can I connect? Sudo firewall. Sudo firewall. I'm pretty sure it's a local firewall. Ports. Okay, that's why. I don't see any open ports. The firewall is blocking it. So let's just let's do a sudo firewall cmd. I'm just gonna open this crap permanently. Permanent add port 834. Oops, it's equal 834 TCP. And then we're going to do sudo firewall cmd and reload it. Oops, spelled it wrong. Okay. Gonna run this quick check again. I'm gonna curl it and it should work. Let's go back. Okay, there. Now that we finally troubleshooted this sucker and we can connect, I should just be able to type this in and refresh. Okay, now that we got this opened, you can see that we were able to connect to 8834 remotely. So right now, let's go back to the diagram just to show. So I'm on my member server using this as kind of like the interface so I can log into the Nessus. Because I don't have a GUI, I need to use like a Windows to kind of see it. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to click Advanced. We're going to go into the Nessus server. This could take a while, and we need to update the plugins. Probably put more, actually, it finally worked. Later on, I'm probably going to put more hardware on this because this thing is acting really slow. So we're going to press continue. And I got the Nessus Expert here. So we're going to press continue. The reason why we're using Nessus Expert is because we need the ability to run compliance scans. I think in the past, Nessus Professional was enough. But I want to show you guys how to run like the CIS benchmark scans. Or if you're in like PCI DSS or SOC 2 or whatever else, DISA, we're gonna run them all. We're gonna press continue, and I'm gonna go get my activation code right here. So I'm gonna copy that code, and whatever your code is, you can activate it. I'm gonna paste it. I'm gonna create a user account. I'm not sure how much users. I'm just gonna name it admin. And this part is going to take maybe an hour to get the plugins. It's also going to update the software to pull any of the latest feeds. So we'll be back when this is complete, and then I'll do a quick basic discovery scan, and I think that's all we have time for in this video. I'm going to break out the scanning part and actually using Nessus in a separate video, because we're going to talk about discovery scans, doing credential scans, and some other stuff that I want to show you guys.